All right, welcome back to Stovepipe TV. I'm Adam,
I'm Luke.
and today we built this monstrosity.
Whatever it is. You ever just spend a bunch of money on something and you don't end up liking it? So you just throw a lot more money at it and hope it fixes all the problems that you had with it?
I feel like this is a shot at me. Really? So today, I did something to my Canik. If you haven't seen by now,
Kind of hard to miss.
So if you saw the gun collection video, I was waiting for this car to pass because for some reason the mic's just beeline to that. But anyway, if you saw during the gun collection video, you see or saw that I just ragged on this thing.
Yeah, you were kind of relentless.
And I feel like
you also alluded to that you had some plans.
Yeah, I guess that is true. But you know, the reason I bought a Canik to begin with is because all over YouTube and forums and Reddit and everywhere, everybody's just Canik's a great gun. It's a great, budget. It's $500 for just the base gun itself. Budget pistol, the trigger. Oh my God, the Canik trigger. It's all you ever hear. So I was like, I gave in. I bought it. And then when we started getting these silhouettes and started actually practicing, I realized that this was not the gun for me. It was just eating my hands alive. I just wasn't, the recoil just wasn't there for me. The gun itself was pretty light by itself. Just wasn't for me.
Which is weird because I think everyone else out here,
everybody liked
before all the modifications, everything, we all liked it. I loved the thing. I mean, the trigger is good comparatively.
Yeah.
To a lot of other like.
I mean, for an OEM,
yeah,
trigger,
like for a standard trigger, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's not like crazy, but it's good.
But I guess let's get into what I did to it.
First, let's start off with what your major issues were with it.
So major issue is, this is going to be great. So major issue is that the beaver tail, for some reason, right here on this side of the beaver tail, eats into the webbing of my hand. And I'll get a little closer so you can see. But this part of the beaver tail was eating into the webbing of my hand. And then the bottom of the trigger guard here, where it was undercut, was eating. I mean, that's just from shooting today, but that's where it was eating my hand alive. Only pistol I have that does this. I mean, I shoot Glocks.
I mean, you know what that tells me?
What?
You got soft hands, boy.
I mean, he ain't wrong. I mean, I be lotioning these things up.
He's lying. That's 120 grit sandpaper.
But you know what fixed most of that problem? It's changing the back strap. But
how many times do we clown our normal cameraman who isn't here today, by the way? So
we have Jenkins Fab behind the camera.
Yeah,
making an appearance.
He's doing some good work today. He's got them welder hands. But how many times do we clown cameraman for just changing every little thing?
Micro
adjustments without actually trying it before he makes the decision.
True. And I will say I believe I did change to the larger backstrap when I first bought it, and then never liked it since. And I was like, well, the backstrap's not going to make that much of a difference.
It does.
It does.
It makes a significant difference.
But now I've got the smaller backstrap, and I like it a lot better.
Yeah.
But let's get into what I thought would make this gun better.
Sure.
So this is a complete. Actually, we'll probably cut some B-roll into here too, but I'll come up closer. So this is a complete Wasatch. Wasatch. It's like it's pronounced W-U-H. Wasatch. I don't know.
What's that?
What's that? So I apologize for completely butchering that, but you got to remember I read on a 3rd grade reading level, so we're gonna leave it at that.
That's generous too.
But it's their compensator, their optic plate, and their gas pedal. The thing with the gas pedal, and I get made fun of because I've got it moved so far forward, because I've actually got these last 2 screws aren't actually into these little notches that hold it. But it's because I have short thumbs, and we'll just leave it at that.
Thumbs do be short.
But this is like the first pistol I've ever shot, ever owned, that the optic is not attached to the slot. And I like it. Like it's
Yeah, I mean, so 2 things that it does. There's less reciprocating mass because you're not adding the weight of the optic, but it also isn't affected as much by the muzzle rise.
Yeah, and it's not, your optic's not moving while you're shooting.
When the first time, or whenever you first bought it and put the Swamp Fox on it, you would shoot and you would lose that dot every time.
Well, a big problem with this thing too is I bought the Swamp Fox for this, and this is like a 32 millimeter optic lens.
Yeah,
it is huge compared to compared to an RMR. Let's see. I'll get behind the camera.
Line of sight.
But I mean, you could just see the optic lens window itself is massive. Now you would think, oh, that's great for shooting, great for having a bigger window, but I have found that no, that's not the case.
At least not for you. Yeah.
Because I'm right-handed but left eye dominant, so I'm constantly having to pull the gun back to the right. And with a bigger window, you lose the dot. Like there's more places to lose the dot.
Right.
But I guess we can make this into a review of
the whole system as a whole.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot of people that run the whole system.
Right.
They usually get the compensator, maybe the gas pedal. That's about it.
Yeah, the whole optic situation, which is the coolest part, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, minus the like 1/2-inch hex head.
Yeah, let me not flag cameraman back there. So I'm gonna need you to take about 2 steps to the right. But it's probably 9/16 hex, which is interesting. I've also saw, well, because we're all over the place at this point, but
yeah. When are we not?
There's not a lot of reviews on these compensators, or this brand in general. I don't necessarily think the compensator does that much for me, because you see all of this stuff and it's like, oh, it's gonna add like 10 pounds to the end of the gun. No, it's this pistol is, this Canik is lighter than this SIG,
with all this junk on it.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't say junk, actually. That was weird.
The big thing I don't like is that the optic plate itself is 3 different pieces. And these arms are actually kind of flimsy. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I pulled it out of the pack and I was kind of looking at it and I was able to kind of tweak them a little bit. So that could be a problem in the future. Like, I don't see myself drop testing this. Like, if I drop this optic with the weight of the gun behind it, it's probably gonna bend these arms.
Right.
Now, I'm not doing that to this one because I like this one and I'm not buying another one. So we're gonna leave it at that theory. The assembly, very easy. I mean, you have an Allen key and it comes with the Allen keys. There's just a few Allen keys. You hook everything together.
Don't even get me started on that. Hearing people complain that they don't send an Allen key with you, when I feel like if there's one tool that you can expect every person to have, a set of Allen keys is pretty up there. Like, it's in the top 3 of, like, yes, that person probably has that.
I mean, especially if you've done any remote kind of gunsmithing, as in adding a grip, a light.
If you put
optic.
IKEA furniture together, you have 7.
Well, this thing did come with a lot of Allen keys, so maybe that's a selling point for some people. But like, I think I got probably 4 or 5 total with this thing, because every every piece was individually
Yep.
packaged because they don't sell it as a bundle.
As a kid, it's the individual thing.
But yeah, I think accessories are now worth more than the gun itself.
Don't know what that says, but
And I hate now that I have 2 pistols that I actually like to shoot. Because I feel like it's just gonna, like, the skill issue now is gonna be divided between 2 instead of trying to get focused in on 1 pistol. The next purchase for this is going to see if I can find somebody to make a holster for it. That's the
yeah, it's definitely gonna be a custom job.
yeah. I got a strong suspicion that the place I'm gonna go to, they're probably gonna send me right out the door. But we'll make a short when we get there, and we'll see how it goes. But really, I say let's shoot this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know really what else to say about it. Compensator is really for looks. It doesn't. My opinion, I would much rather have a heavier pistol to combat recoil than to comp. Or in this situation, maybe some like brass mag.
Yeah, heavier base plate would help.
Or they make like a brass flared magwell for it, maybe something. But I think I'm done kind of spending money on this thing. I'm gonna move these projects along. But yeah, let's get some footage of us shooting this thing, and I think we'll call it a video.
Sounds good.
All right. So the cool thing you can do with this pistol, though, with this red dot, and I'm probably gonna miss every time now that I've said this, but that silhouette down at the end is 80 yards. I don't know, might zoom in or something. We'll figure it out in editing, but pistol at 80 yards is not very easy.
At least for us.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Every YouTuber is a competitive pro shooter.
We're not PewView.
Aim a little high. You're dropping a little fast. Oh yeah, I only brought 1 mag out here. We would make a video on the pistol and only bring 1 mag. That's crazy.
Happens.
I will say though, so this gas pedal, most gas pedals and like the one that's on the SIG, is really for thumb placement. It's for you to be able to put your thumb at the same place every time. This gas pedal, you're actually able to get a little torque on it and kind of help bring that muzzle flip down, which is
pretty
nice.
swell.
But we'll let Luke give it a try.
Bro, you said aim high.
I mean, now granted, you're trying to do that with iron sights. I don't know how easier it would be. Well, let's we're gonna run a few drills next, so let's set up for that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little competition between me and Luke. We're gonna do 4 drills. We're gonna do all of mine first. We'll score everything up, and then cut to Luke and score all of his up. The first drill, we're gonna have it on the table as such. You load, chamber around, 1 in center A zone. Second drill is a build drill, not a build drill. Sorry, Mozambique. It'll be 2 center A zone, 1 in the head box. Third drill is gonna be closest to furthest target. So it'll be 1, 1, 1. Last drill will be 1, 1. And we're gonna run to that barrel and then hit the steel. If that makes sense. If not, you're about to see it. So anyway, and then I guess as we're recording or like in between, you just show the.
That works.
All right.
Alrighty. Shooter ready.
Yes.
Stand by. 263.
I don't like this. This is different. Okay.
Next drill.
Mozambique.
Yep. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
I can't find a dot.
The 2.8 without correction.
Yeah, I've definitely missed the head box on that one. Okay. Closest to furthest.
Yep. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 2.9.
All right, and then so it's 1-1, run to the barrel.
Yep.
All right, we're moving this one. You ready, Mr. Cameraman? All right.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .516, no correction.
All right, so that's not gonna go in that holster. Whoopsie. So that's
That was from the Mozambique.
that's a 0.5.
Yep. And you're good there.
And those are good too. Whoop. All right, let's tape these up, and well, right now you should have like a whole sheet of all the drills and the times, and now I'm gonna let Luke go. All right, so first drill is your loading, chambering, and one incinerate zone.
Yep.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. That's a 3-2-4, and
Okay.
that is in the A zone. All right, next drill from load ready is Mozambique. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh, shit.
That's a 3-7-8, and that's a good Mozambique. Those shots are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next is closest to furthest.
Yep.
Shooter ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. That one's in the C zone.
Yeah.
That's a 2-8-4. Okay. Last drill, you're moving. It's one.
One barrel, one.
No, it's 1-1 barrel 1.
Yeah, one barrel, one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .555. Let's look at these. Look at these holes. So that target all was good.
Yep.
Mozambique was good.
That one was good on the
Let me
last
get out
one.
of the sun. That one close. That was a cutter.
Nah, that's above the line.
Third cutter. That's the C zone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna see Luke's score. And then we'll see who wins. 'Cause I
Pretty
didn't
sure
keep up
Adam
with
did.
any of those times.
Well then,
Well,
I don't think either of us remember who won. We'll find that out when
you'll
y'all
see.
find that out.
We're gonna do a still frame, and you're gonna see the winner right here. You know, we said 2024 was going to be the year of pistols, the year we were going to learn, get better.
Yeah,
Granted, we have gotten a lot better
significantly, but we are still.
We're not good,
Mm-mm.
but I mean, at the beginning of the year, we were basically stressing about a concealed carry class.
Yeah.
And that's putting 5 on target at what 20 yards.
20 yards is
whatever.
the farthest, maybe.
Yeah. So I feel like if I had more designated practice just to this pistol, like if this was the only pistol I trained with, I might be a lot faster, a lot better with it. I will say it's still snappy, like, because I've really been shooting a lot of the SIG's not even holstered, it's over there. But I've been shooting a lot more of the SIG, which is a lot smoother recoil.
Yeah. And I've put more rounds through the FNX now. While that one definitely has the heftier recoil, that one's still snappier. That one just like pushes you.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is gonna sound crazy, but out of the 2 handguns that you're comparing, like your DH3 and that, I almost prefer that.
Hey, everybody has their own opinion. Opinions are like souls, you know.
Everyone's got them.
Everyone's got them, and they usually stink. But
yeah.
Canik, I would say it's fixed now. I'd say
sure.
I would shoot it now. Now it may or may not have just been due to the backstrap and not
the stuff.
Compensator. Yeah.
Which I think it's definitely quality.
Yeah, I mean, the compensator, if you guys didn't know, is bolted on to the Picatinny rail on the bottom. So that's all it holds. Literally, those 2 screws is what hold the entire assembly on.
I think you should SBR it and put the vertical grip right there, and then you'd be really just.
I'm good on that one. I'm good on that one.
But
do I regret the purchase? No.
Well, okay. Before modifications, what would you rate the Canik?
Like a 2. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much. Like I said, it was the only gun that actually hurt to shoot, and it makes no sense because it's just a 9mm. It's not like anything crazy, but it hurt to shoot. Now
after modifications, 1 through 10.
With the modifications, just because the looks, I mean, it's like probably 8.
I respect it.
The Swamp Fox does not help.
No.
Like, even on this optic setup, it does not help just because
it's just
the window is so big.
Like, I bet that optic on like a PCC or something.
Oh, that'd be tough.
Would be
probably
tough. Pretty nice. But on a pistol, it's just.
But I think this is a good video. Hopefully, somebody takes something away from this video. Just because, like I said, there's not. Right, it's always the Honda Civic with the cut exhaust.
I believe it.
It probably is, but I don't even know what I was saying anymore. The Honda Civic just. I mean, you hear it. It's still going.
I'm sure y'all can still hear it. Anyway, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
Like,
I remembered. I remembered now.
And hit the bell if you want to be notified when we post.
Yeah, don't be lame.
If you don't want to be notified, I'll just tell you. We post on Wednesdays, and it goes live at 11 a.m. So be there, be square.
You can watch on your lunch break.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.